Hello everyone, welcome back to Baskar Breaks, and today I have a special review for you because this is the review of the 2005 TIE Fighter. Oh, excuse me, that's still a little bit of, I guess, remnants of, got some packing stuff, but this is one of the original trilogy sets. So basically, I believe that I think the TIE Fighter itself is exactly the same as the original version, except it didn't come with the stand. Came with that light up Darth Vader. We'll take a look at the minifigs in a bit, but here's the front of the box. The back of the box actually is also the front of the box. I'm going to show you the top half just in a second, but here on the bottom you can see the marks. We'd open it. There's actually a little bit of tape on this. The person that I bought this from, they didn't exactly say that they were going to do that. I'll take it off. You know, I've taken enough off. With these boxes, you have to take it off carefully, but it works. There's the front. This box has a little bit of wear on it, but overall it's in very respectable shape. I'm very pleased with its shape. Interestingly, you can see the minifigs are all along the sides. Just give you a little bit of a better look at all the corners. This is probably my favorite look. Even through the other side does have the Try Me, which not many Lego sets have had. So this is a cool box. It's actually an interesting shape too. I don't have very many boxes in this shape. It's not necessarily what would be considered the standard. So I'm happy with the box. But of course, every Lego Star Wars set has to come, any Lego set period also has to come with an instruction manual. This is in very good shape too, just a little bit up there. Besides that, it's in basically perfect condition. Here on the inside, you can see a little bit of how they did the artwork back then. Just give you a little, one actually thing, they actually tell you to put the minifig in the cockpit as a part of the actual building process, which I found to be kind of interesting while building it. Moving on to the back, we can see an ad for the awesome game, Lego Star Wars, the video game as it was called back then. And I'm just going to give you a quick look. If you're familiar with the video game, especially the newest version, you might be able to see some differences. Inside, we have an ad for Jedi, Starfighter, and Vulture Droid. I have reviewed that set. Make sure you go check that video out. An old Win logo. And sadly, that's about it. Also, interestingly, they actually, you know, they don't show the TIE Fighter pilot anywhere there because he's supposed to be in the cockpit. But you cannot really see him in there. You can just barely see his hand. So that's the instruction manual. And that is the box. But what is this called? This is called a TIE Fighter. And so it comes with a TIE Fighter. Here is the TIE Fighter, the 2005 model. I am very pleased to have this. I feel very fortunate to be able to own something this cool. Let's just start off with this wing pilot. This is pretty small. I'm going to do a comparison with my 2018 one. I'm going to try to make it, try to review that. The wing actually doesn't look that bad. That is a sticker that came in pretty good shape. This looks good to me. You know, like, it does not nearly look as good as they do nowadays, but considering the time, I think Lego did a respectable job here. It's small, like here's my hand in it. See, the color scheme used blue, which I think is supposed to be a nod from the original TIE Fighter designs. But you can see there's actually some decent shaping on the back. Gives a little bit of red to show some engines. My least favorite, no, there's just show some tan there, which is an interesting choice. You also can see a little bit of the Technic holes there, which is a little bit of a shame. But in terms of the exterior detail, this looks pretty good to me. They did use some castle walls there. But when you try to, like, it shakes. It does a lot of shaking, and that's because you can do that. Lego used Technic. It actually comes out in 3 sections, which I think is kind of interesting. And yes, that does mean if you grab a I'm doing this here now. If you grab a Technic pen, if you grab 2 of them and you just real quickly put that on, hey, you can have a very small TIE Fighter, which is definitely what everyone wanted. Let's go throw those aside because it's not what anyone wanted. It's kind of cool to have the They're kind of like stubby TIE Fighter. Let me try to put this on correctly. I think the sticker has to be aligned well. If it's not, then who cares? That is a very large printed piece. This uses a lot of large pieces. No stickers in the set. That's a print. That's a print. Very nice access to the interior. That gives you look at you can like that gives you so much access. Yes, this is a hinge brick. Yes, it is facing forward, but that's how it's supposed to be done. I believe that it's just probably just had a little bit of greebling on the front there. You just get a stud for connection, along some grill, which is nice little detail. If you notice, those coming off, I've noticed that when I lift this up, those bricks may tend to try to pull out. Very interesting choice of tan on this build. You don't really see it when the canopy's down. Yeah. Very small. It is very small. But I think that I like it kinda. I don't know. I don't have the newer, smaller TIE Fighter. I decided to buy this instead. I don't know. It's cute. It's charming. It's Lego. I like it. Yeah. I don't know. Let's get on to my favorite part of the set, the minifigures, and specifically one of the minifigures. Alright, so here's the TIE Fighter pilot minifigure. This is, I believe, almost the very first variation. The only difference for him is that he uses the newer brown color, and yes, it does have a brown head. And there's no printing. I don't know if that's supposed to represent skin tone or not. I don't think it is, but if it I think it's purpose. It'd be cool if it was to represent skin color, but I think it was just so that when you turn it around you didn't see like a bunch of a weird color, which is kind of ironic considering today's, but you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, considering that they didn't make a new mold, I'm pretty happy with this. You have nice printing up there, respectable printing all around. This minifig does look a little bit plain in terms of the helmet, because yeah, you know, they're only printing in the in those markings. Those markings actually look really good. They remind me a lot of the older Death Star Gunner minifigs when they had more of a silver kind of printing there. So I'm very happy with this guy. I might end up doing a comparison to him in one of the newer ones. He's kind of cool, but in terms of coolness, this next minifigure blows this guy's doors off, even though he's awesome. We're going to take a look at my very first light-up lightsaber Star Wars minifigure, the Darth Vader. Here is the star of this set. This is a light-up Darth Vader. This is not only my very first light-up minifigure, period, but this was, I believe, one of 5. And also, if that angle of his lightsaber is a little bit annoying because you might not be able to see some of his detail, I can't do anything about that. That lightsaber is permanently in that angled position. I can appreciate it being a little bit more of an action pose. So the lightsaber detail looks pretty good. That is a silver stud. And you have this actually is a pretty detailed little lightsaber. There's this chest printing. Just had the standard Darth Vader printing up until then. And the standard, interestingly, his head is really easy to move around. I tried to do some research on whether or not other people have that. The only thing I could really find is on a Brick Vault video where he was showing all the Darth Vader minifigs. He actually grabbed the head and then rotated it. So, which means I think it might be normal for the head to be a little bit spinny. Here's the classic cape, of course. Nothing under there. I really want to keep this. I'm going to care to keep this guy in as best shape as I can. But the best part is he is a light-up figure, so I'm going to go turn off all of the lights and press down onto his head. Hello, I don't know if you can see me or not, but here he is. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to turn the lights back on. Alright, so this guy, I think the seller said new batteries. So this guy's just unbelievably incredible that he's still functional. I'm going to keep him on display. I've made a little box for him. I'm going to keep this guy in great condition. So unbelievably grateful to have him. But without further ado, let's go on to the overview of this set. Alright, well, to say this set is cool would be an understatement, because this set is awesome. To get an old, original, vintage TIE, I love TIE Fighters. My 2018 TIE Fighter is one of my favorite sets, and this set, oh, I did forget to say, it kind of dances a little bit when you tap it. Kind of cool, but it is very sturdy though, despite its unstable appearance and how it feels when you move it around. It is very stable. The minifigs are unbelievable. To get that guy working in pretty good condition, actually. I didn't tell you about the condition of these guys. They're pretty good. They've clearly, but I mean like very limited past use. So you can see very little wear on this set. Of course, I did get it used. I read the description. I knew what I was getting, so no surprises here. But I'm just unbelievably thankful, especially to have that Darth Vader in the condition that he's in. See, an original TIE Fighter pilot is just as big, not as big as a treat, but a big treat. This TIE Fighter, I like it better than I thought I would. I just think it's pretty cool, but I actually like it a lot. I think it actually serves as a good toy. TIE Fighters on their own are really good grips for kids to fly around. Because these are so easy to pop off, you can simulate battle damage, which many, I think, of even some of the first TIE Fighter toys did. So that's a very early but very good thing. The light up also adds some play value, but nowadays that's more of a collector's item. No, it is, and everything this is a collector's item. Yeah, you can get into the cockpit very nicely, but yeah, that's the major issue I found. That have happened more than once. I'm shocked that that's the first time that anything has fallen off. That is a little bit of a shame. They could have fixed it. It's more than, but yeah, you get great access, decent interior. I can appreciate them giving the guy a console that's up to where he can put his hands, not just like putting it on the floor where they put him sometimes. Yeah, I'm pretty blown away. This is probably going to grow to be one of my favorite sets. And I am very pleased, and I feel like that is a worthy, this is more than a worthy addition to my collection. Plus that Darth Vader still works. But that please let me know your thoughts on this set, of course. If you end up enjoying the video, please make sure you, of course, leave a like and please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. I'm definitely gonna try to review that TIE Fighter soon so I can compare both of them side by side. So make sure you keep a lookout for that, and I'll see you in my next video.